You know, last night, remember, we saw the rain, but it cleared up for many of us here in Northeast Ohio. But some of you watching us still may have some flooding concerns. Let's check first in the forecast with Jenn Harcher in the Dick Goddard Weather Center. This doesn't seem like a major flooding event, but there are concerns, especially to our south, right, Jen?
That's right. I mean, there are many rivers and creeks across Northeast Ohio that are definitely swollen, and some over their banks, some minor flooding occurring, but that is not what's going on in parts of southern Ohio. I'll talk more about that in just a second. So let's just get rid of this rain, right? We have a good stretch here where we'll finally start to dry out. Hopefully our rivers and our creeks will recede a bit, and our yards will get back to normal too. We're actually cooling off here in the upper 30s right now. It is definitely going to be a cold night. You're going to wake up tomorrow morning in the low 30s, right around freezing. But here's what you want to see through the afternoon. Plenty of sunshine across our area. Temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s. So it's definitely going to help out with all this rain that we got. We had 1 3/4 inches in Hartville, Walton Hills, 1 inch for you, 1/2 inch in Vermilion, and those along the immediate lakeshore or lake counties, we've only picked up just under 1/4 inch. So it really depends on where you were at this time. Our southern areas seeing the most rain over the last 24 hours, so specifically last night. Here's your latest flood alerts. We do have a flood advisory in effect for southeastern Ashland County and Holmes County. This goes until 6 a.m. Killbuck Creek, still minor flooding occurring for you. The Black River, we still have a flood warning until 7 a.m. on Monday, and Mahoning River, a flood warning. Storm Fox, though, is looking dry, and we're dry all across the region. The system has pushed off to the east, but in its wake, it's leaving lots and lots of flooding across the Ohio River Valley and across the Mississippi River Valley as well. Plus, even some severe storms and tornadoes yesterday as well.
Yeah, we'll be looking at that momentarily, and you'll have an 8-day for us that has some good news in it, right?
We have more sunshine in the 8-day than the cloudy skies and the rain.
All right. Thank you, Jen. We were talking about the Ohio River in the southern part of the Buckeye State. Many are trying to save what they can as the Ohio River and many others crest their banks. In Cincinnati, the river is at its highest point that it's been in more than 2 decades. And further down the river in Louisville, Kentucky, the flooding forced Governor Matt Biggan to declare a state of emergency. Coming up at 10:30, as Ohio and Kentucky deal with floods, other states are being forced to contend with other types of severe weather. Those stories coming up in a few minutes.
Cleveland's own Fox 8 News.
The Ohio River around Cincinnati is at its highest level in more than 20 years. The National Weather Service says the river is about 8 feet above flood stage, and the water could still rise even further. The river was measured at a depth of 60 feet today, which is only 5 feet shy of the all-time record set back in 1997. Now, we have seen the rain, but not the flooding nearly as much as they have down south. Jenn Harcher joins us now from the Dick Goddard Weather Center. Jen, just a few weather alerts in our area. The problems have really been more to the south and out in the Midwest, correct?
Yes. In fact, I'll show you on this graphic here that we do have some storm reports that include lots of flooding concerns in parts of the Midwest. And also, we had some severe storms creating some wind damage and even some tornadoes last night. So definitely scary across our region. But for us, yeah, we still have some alerts in our area, just not as widespread as all these flood alerts that you see along the Mississippi River and also the Ohio River Valley. So speaking of our flood alerts, we do have a flood advisory still in effect for southeastern Ashland County. Lots of flooding reports coming out of Loudonville. We do have a flood advisory for Holmes County as well. Killbuck Creek, still minor flooding occurring there, and minor flooding occurring along the Black River and also the Mahoning River. Now look at this. Storm Fox is dry, and this is going to be the case over the next couple of days. So it'll give our chance for our creeks and our rivers to recede and for our yards to look a little more normal, that's for sure. Mostly clear. As we wake up tomorrow morning, temperatures right around freezing. It's definitely going to be a chilly start. Temperatures back into the upper 40s to low 50s, but that's what you want to see. abundant sunshine afternoon, and we'll continue with that over the next couple of days. So we do have a nice sunny, dry, mild stretch ahead. Our next rain event, that comes on Thursday, and it's also the first day of March. Behind that system, a wintry mix possible on Friday, but let me tell you, at least the upcoming weekend, we're going to see more sunshine, and it's looking good as far as our temperatures go, too. More like a late March feel rather than a late February feel, that's for sure.
We will take that as we begin the month of March. All right, thank you, Jen.
You're welcome.
Well, rain and flooding has been the problem here in Ohio. A powerful line of severe storms tore across the Ohio Valley last night, leaving at least 4 people dead. The storm spawned tornadoes and brought more torrential rain and flooding to parts of southern Ohio and Kentucky. Kim Hutcherson tonight has the latest.
Images of a possible tornado touching down near the Kentucky-Tennessee border caught on cell phone video. According to the National Weather Service, parts of Kentucky and Tennessee were under a tornado watch until early Sunday morning. Most of the damage happened late Saturday.
I looked outside and started seeing the trees start bowing and start doing this. And right about that time, I all of a sudden felt the pressure on the window. I went, gotta go, we gotta go.
Several people in Kentucky were killed due to the severe storms. Governor Matt Bevin tweeted his condolences and warned residents to take the weather watches and warnings seriously. Parts of the state also dealt with this massive flooding. Emergency officials say that after the damaging wind threat and heavy showers, flash flooding will continue this week. And in some areas of Tennessee,
it started raining real hard, and then he saw this barn, the metal from this barn, take off, and then the windows busted out.
The storm ripped through home after home, destroying nearly everything in sight. In the Buckeye State, heavy rain led to widespread flooding.
You never can take Mother Nature for granted. The good news is damage, yes, infrastructure damage, but to people, loss of life, no loss of life.
And even parts of Arkansas witnessed the devastation. At least one storm-related death has been confirmed there. Kim Hutcherson, Fox 8 News.